Today, it's a Car and Driver exclusive as Tim, the Toolman Allen, and John Moss combine for another project, the Tim Allen Designs Caddy DeVille. It's an out-of-control Car and Driver special with America's favorite funny man.
There wasn't a guy that did go, the dumb big block look. Oh, that's great. That was fun. Let's do that again.
But he's also a totally serious car guy who has designed what could become the AMG brand for Cadillac.
I think we scored. And the problem is now, how are we going to get it to you people?
It's the power craze story of the John Moss-Tim Allen connection in this edition of Car and Driver.
Welcome to this edition of Car and Driver. I'm Jim Scouten.
Yeah,
and
Jim,
this...
hold on a second. Let a pro handle this. Today on Car and Driver Television, we're going to show you what a designer can do with an automobile. We're talking about one of the leading car designers in the country. Well, I mean, a genius in anybody's book, Tim Allen. He got a hold of a Cadillac. Hold on, Jim. He got a hold of a DeVille, and just want to see what he could do with the DeVille. The glasses aren't working for me. Anyway, what we want to do is take a look at what he's done and why he did it on the new DeVille. How about that?
Nice to have you here, I think.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, stay tuned.
Hey! We're shooting over here!
We're at Waterford Hills Racetrack, north of Detroit, for an exclusive story with Tim the Toolman Allen, who has in fact worked with John Moss to design a tuner Cadillac DeVille.
I just can't believe we did this. It's amazing stuff.
You were getting all those suggestions. I mean, you're making movies. You're a busy guy. Nobody thinks you were out there hammering fenders or changing the hood.
Well, if it makes me more popular, yeah, I was out there banging.
He was doing it. He was actually doing it.
I was doing it.
Right. He has been making suggestions and approving ideas for changes.
Great back end, guys. The whole thing's working.
And the DeVille will wear his TAD logo for Tim Allen Designs as soon as he decides what it should look like.
I think we all like this one.
Yeah, that's a good as a beginning.
Yeah, if we can get a dimensional cut badge where we can water jet cut it and have a nice solid badge that sits up like that.
Well, but what I always liked, the AMG and the M3 seem to be, they go with the logo. They designed it with the logo in mind. And so Michael said, as we consider this the logo.
But Car and Driver exclusive or not, nobody is going to escape with dignity intact. Not John Moss.
You got some fire here. This is a whole new Cadillac.
Look at the inside, Jim. This is really gorgeous. You know, bringing all the whole, integrate the whole interior in.
Well, this whole thing is just, this worked out.
Now, see, we dropped this about an inch, and we brought this up an inch and a half, so you got a 2.5 inch differential.
Want to get your phone, John? Yeah.
And certainly not Editor-in-Chief, Chubba Chetta.
Chubby Checker?
Hi.
Oh.
How are you?
I thought I'd use a name, and he doesn't think it's that funny, though, does he?
I've heard it before.
Yeah, everybody abuses it.
See, that would be production. And we decided to change this whole panel, although even in the picture looks better than the real, and then we added wood, as you can see, to make it more harmonious. I'm using words like a designer. I need a floral shirt.
But why choose a DeVille?
Which I've always liked DeVilles. You know why? Because I went to a Cadillac dealership and asked, what cars don't screw up? It's a good way to buy a car. Go to the service manager and ask him what car never comes in here. And at that stage, it was Impalas and DeVilles. He said, DeVilles never come in. They just got it right. It's vibration free. It doesn't pull itself apart. And I think they made it even better. Bingo, bango, bongo.
The first time you've seen it?
Yeah. I just think it's wonderful.
It's a bit more interesting than a stock one, that's for sure.
Well, the shoulder view and three-quarter view of this, when I first saw it in that, I think it was another magazine that did the first spy photo. And it was so quiet, no one had done anything, and the story was the editors either liked it or hated it. And I've seen it more and more, and you know, your nemesis, David E. Davis, and he took one for a while. He liked it.
Well, the car drove great. I think we loved it. I wrote the first preview for us, and we loved the way it drove. I wasn't totally crazy about the headlight look. It was
No,
kind
when
of a sad-eyed look to it.
You see what we did to the grill?
No, I haven't looked at that yet.
Grill the grill.
Fabulous.
Get out of the way. Come on.
That helps
Helps.
quite a bit. Yeah.
Grill before. Grill after. God, what a difference.
But there's much more to the story of this Caddy than just the look. And more to tell you about Tim Allen and John Moss.
Except Moss, if it weren't for him, he'd put a Chevy engine in it if he could and tub it. He's still thinking of a way.
Turn the whole platform around.
What if you could just tub it somehow?
Yeah.
That'd be funny, a tubbed front end.
This isn't the first time Mr. Big Block and Mr. Extreme Power have teamed up. We'll show you next. SEMA, 1996. This was the first we knew John Moss and Tim Allen had discovered each other when John unveiled the Binford 6100 Impala SS with the ZR1 LT5 V8 under the hood. We had the car, but not the star.
You weren't there. You didn't show up.
I was working. I actually have another job. It's not like John doesn't call every 4. Come on, Jesus, we're at SEMA. So that's where I want to be, John. 2 billion car guys.
For the Impala introduction, Tim was on tape.
The question I have is, what if a Corvette got really drunk and had a fling with a sedan DeVille, but wished it was a limousine? The Offspring? Sitting right over there. The Binford 6100 Impala SS LT5. It's just a badass car is what it is. So I said the engine compartment was a little shallow. Actually, what's in there is a special high compression 32 valve ZR1 engine, stroked to 6.3 liters. It pumps out 454 horses. I just said, could you put it in? They went, yeah. It's got a modified 4L60E auto tranny, redesigned plumbing to accept the LT5 and Impala's engine bay. All of that work I did in my home. Ow. Custom designed stainless steel exhaust system with catalytic converters. How's it sound when you... Good. These tires are made out of black glass, so they're really quiet. Now Inky, which is a very small Japanese man, these Inky one-of-a-kind 17 by 9-inch wheels are wrapped with Goodrich 275 40ZR17 tires. I burned so much rubber off these tires, they're now just R-rated. Now this is actually very interesting. The Bose music people have 10 speakers put in there. The same amplifier and speaker technology used in $30 million Gulfstream jets. Of course, this car costs $46 million, so. Inside, we put carbon fiber trim, fold-down trays for the rear seat passengers designed to support laptop computer, cup holders in the door, integral cellular phone, power jacks for portable laptop computer, upgraded leather, side bolstered increased 1.5 inch, and a unique sew pattern. That was for Brian, who did all our stitching. A sew pattern. It's a new sew pattern. It was very cross-stitched. We use this to maximize the leather use. No Connolly hides here. This is all just McDonald's cows.
That probably came out pretty well. I know you had a big hit out of it when you drove it to the People's Choice Awards.
Oh, I had, we
a
built
lot
2 of
things.
them, and we drove it to all the big award shows. Everybody else shows up in limousines, and I show up these 2 super loud Impalas. And, you know, you could get Tom Cruise, and they'd go, what the hell is that noise? And they'd go, bub, 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 bub. Oh, it was wonderful. It's the only, for a while, the only car I drove in L.A.
And with nearly 600 horses under the hood, Tim can still light up the tires anytime he wants. But he's evolving.
That's a little much. That's like 600 horsepower.
Yeah, but when is too much, too much?
That, I made one with Steve Saleen. We did a Mustang that had too much, sold it to a cop, actually, policeman. and it had about 600 horsepower. It's just too much.
Taking the edge off our theory that there's never too
Well, there is, to me.
You are Mr. Power.
Yeah, there is. I agree. There is more power in my razor blade and everything in my life. But there's a point where I wonder what would happen. And we did that. We called it the Casper. We made a Mustang, and that was 5 years ago. And I got caught going to when we did home improvement in Burbank. I got caught 5 times going, and then the Burbank police came with guns drawn, going, "What the? Oh, hey." Because it had almost straight exhaust, and he said that you heard this from 6 miles away, and all points were going, something's going on. Because I lit that thing up, and it was quick. That was under 4 seconds, 0 to 60, and it was quick. Full roll cage inside, stupid. I had a good buddy of mine, Michael Andretti, drive it. He got right out. He says, "Ain't for me, baby." He says he drives race cars. It was too much. It loaded up at lights. Ran real fat all the time. It was horrible. But when it dialed up, there wasn't a guy that did go. The dumb big block look. That's great. That was fun. Let's do that again.
And they did do it again with the Extreme Power Tool Time van. That's next.